Hello and welcome to Tailenders.
Thank you for having us on Tailenders.
Yes, Jimmy.
G-Force over here, Felix
Hello.
White over there,
Hello.
Jimmy Anson over there, Machin Tendulkar somewhere else. Machin, hello.
Hello!
Hey!
Hello.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, we're buzzing.
Best I've ever been. How are you, Machin?
Oh, wow, best you've ever been.
Just felt like, just felt like that. Just if you put that into the universe, maybe that will come true.
Well, I think we're gonna have a barnstorming episode.
This is the best episode we've ever done.
Yeah, because we're going to speak to a man who got a lift off a New Zealand cricketer's auntie. That is coming up.
Can I just take back what I just said?
Well, yeah, you can. You can, but I think you'll give it straight back to me when I tell you that coming up later, egg stories.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually to be convinced.
And what if I was to also tell you that after we've heard from the man who got a lift from a New Zealand cricketer's auntie,
Looking forward to that.
a new round of a game called Don't Fret.
I know what you're thinking, Machin.
Yes, that's it. Don't fret. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
So please stop explaining. Don't tell me because it hurts.
Yeah. Well, if I tell you
Yes.
that, are you now excited about the episode?
No, I'm actually less, with everything that you detail, I'm less excited about the episode.
All right. Well, with
So I think just best not to go too much into the weeds and just sort of
let
drag people along with us.
it happen. All right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, let's cross live now. Which of course won't be live when you listen to this, because it's a podcast. But that was Jimmy's neck cracking. there.
Oh, I just saw and heard it simultaneously.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jim, I've never asked this about you. Do you do that? Can you like crack your fingers and stuff like that? Does that help with bot? Can you one of those people that can click their hands like ring? Their
I
hands
do,
up?
yeah, but I don't know if it helps with my bowling.
Right, okay.
Well, it hasn't hindered it. Let me tell you that.
Hasn't hindered.
Unless you'd be on 1,000 wickets by now if you hadn't cracked the knuckles.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
I've cursed it, haven't I?
You
Sorry, I'm just thinking
You had
with we don't need this. With all this exciting stuff to come, I don't think we need to start on my knuckles, do we?
You had the nerve
You'd be surprised.
to turn your nose up at egg stories.
Me?
And Don't Fret, and a man who's been hanging out with someone's auntie, and then you roll in the knuckle grenade, young man. Knuckle chat is not on the menu.
No, I've heard your point. I understand your point.
Greg, I know it's not ideal on the podcast, but I just want to show you.
Oh,
Can I turn it around? There you go.
Oh, are they mowing?
for the benefit of tape, Jimmy's just turned his
They're-
camera
they're
around.
flashing, I think they call it, or watering the pitch.
For the benefit of tape listeners, what we are looking at is two figures dressed in, I believe it to be navy blue.
Yeah.
One of which seems to have a big hose and is sprinkling the wicket.
What I also spotted there, Jim, with the man with the big hose, was they're mowing as well. There's it looks freshly mowed.
Can I have a look, Jim?
Yeah.
Turn your camera
Do you know
again,
what? Not mowing it now. There's nothing to see. When during lockdown, when we stayed on the ground, we used to get woken up every morning like 6:30 by the lawnmower.
please.
Will, who cuts the grass here, absolutely loves it. Starts bright and early, and the old like petrol mower was chugging away and making loads of racket. Oh, here he is. Here he is.
That cut my coo.
There we go.
That's me. I want that.
God.
I want that live.
Look at him.
So that is a new electric mower.
Oh,
Quiet as anything. It's really good.
that's
But
lovely.
I don't know if I'm not sure if he's a fan. I couldn't tell you that, whether it's as good as his petrol one, but
I'd like to get him on to chat about that. Have you add that to the running order?
Then it would be the best episode we've ever done.
All right.
Can I also just say, for the benefit of the tape, like when you turn your camera on, he was, what's his name? Sorry, Will. He didn't seem to be mowing with any sort of sense of coherence there. It just was like a bit of a bumper cart just going around. Is he just doing that for fun, or is he? What's?
It's not your ride.
Well, that's what I'm just saying. The patterns. It didn't seem like he was going like left and right and just sort of a bit of a.
no, he's going to where.
Okay, now you're gonna start from there.
He's going across the ground.
Got you.
To get to where he's starting, he needed to go down the ground.
Got you.
Yeah, and then it'll be blades down, and off he goes.
Yeah.
Cabin crew doors to manual and blades down. Cross check. That's what I'm.
Sorry, that really got me choked. Okay.
All right. Let's cross live now. As I said, not live podcast. We're going to go to New Zealand. And we start with Xander. who sent in a go well on a previous podcast, and I wanted to find out more. So, Xander, welcome to Tailenders.
Thank you, your good selves, for having me on Tailenders.
Well, myself, G-Force, my good self, G-Force, I'm very excited to have you on because I wanted to find out more about this story. But before we get on, are you a Xander or a Xander?
I suppose it depends from where in the country you are. I suppose, yeah, it's, I say Xander because I'm from the north, even though I don't really sound like it. But
Xander.
I am from the north.
All right, Xander it is. But the most interesting thing about this is what happened with a very famous cricketer's auntie. Would you like to tell the story for those who didn't listen to the podcast or didn't listen to the Go Wells?
Okay, so currently I'm travelling around New Zealand, and I was a couple of weeks ago on the South Island. Just I was hitchhiking up the west coast, and just taking in the sights and things like that. And there was a few sort of contributing factors that led to this sort of encounter. One, because I was camping as well. No campsites in the town that I was in. It's called Hokitika.
Oh.
So I was in this hostel that actually used to be, it was like a converted psychiatric institution.
Okay.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And I'm not going to lie, it was the most terrifying night that I've ever spent in any building. So it was fair. So it was like get out as soon as possible in the morning. Otherwise, there was no way that I was going to be up.
So what was scary about? Was it just that you knew it was a ex-psychiatric unit, or was it because you saw stuff in there that made you feel suspicious?
The walls and the windows and the
So it didn't seem like that they'd changed that much about it.
Yeah,
there was like scratches on the inside of the bedroom door, like no light switch in the bedroom. So I was, what is going on here? And then they had like a fake hospital bed set up with a mannequin in it.
Okay.
In one of just in the hallway.
Oh right, so that it was quite recently.
Every single time.
Quite recently a psychiatric hospital then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like it. Yeah.
Or maybe it's like that at the weekends. It's a hostel at the weekends.
Yeah, maybe.
I've stayed in a hotel very similar to that on tour in Eastern Europe somewhere, and it is all the Maccabees ended up staying in the same room. We were so scared.
Oh, that's quite sweet.
Yeah,
that's really sweet.
Huddled together. I know that.
I mean,
feeling.
I think it wouldn't have been so bad if there had been a single other person staying there apart from me.
Oh no, someone's tricked you there, Xander. That's wow. Anyway, so that aside, so you were back on the road, and luckily you were, because something magical happened.
Yeah. So at the time I was out, stuck my phone out the side of the road, and sure enough, within about 20 minutes, camper van pulled up, and I actually ended up getting a lift with Mitchell Santner's auntie and her husband.
It's a lovely little bit of Tailenders serendipity, because of course Mitch Santner is a loopy left arm spinner.
Thank you for noting that, Greg. Yeah.
That's a lovely moment, isn't it? Like Tailenders in a way are always around to help.
Yeah, it's a real sort of postman Pat type situation.
And how was she? What's her name? Let's name her.
Ingrid.
Ingrid.
So if anybody, if Mitch Santner or anybody who knows and listening, thank you very much for taking me to where I needed to go. They were only going half an hour up the road, and I needed to get a couple of hours up, and they actually ended up changing their plans and staying in the town like 2 hours up the road, and they took me the full way.
Can I just ask, how did you find out? Do you start all your conversations with people that are driving you, i.e. Mitch Sander's auntie, or how did you find this out?
So I found out about an hour into the journey.
Right.
After, we'd just been chatting and they'd been asking me what I'd been doing since I was in New Zealand. I'd mentioned that I'd been at the Wellington test, and they were like, oh, we were there as well. And then she said, oh, we don't go to tests so often now because my nephew doesn't really play him anymore. I was like, oh, who's your nephew? And she said, oh, Mitchell Santner. I was like, oh, okay. I recognised that name, and
Good areas.
we just chatted cricket for quite a while. Yeah, It was really, really nice.
Oh, that is lovely. Well, it's a happy end to the story, which started with,
Yeah, it was
slight terror.
a bizarre set of circumstances that sort of led to its fruition.
You just explained basically The Shining, but if I was writing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't exclusively looking for lists from relatives of international cricketers, but I am now.
Yes, absolutely. Get round the world with the help of some relatives. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, Zander, it's been really nice to talk to you, and I was intrigued as to what would happen with that story, and I'm slightly terrified now that you stayed there. Mm-hmm. But she took you away and delivered you to a nicer location.
Yes, certainly did.
That's
it was, very, very kind of them.
Well, Zander, go well for the rest of your travels. How long are you out there for?
I'm actually here until mid-September.
Oh, lovely. Jealous of your life. How wonderful.
Incredible.
Are you having a nice time?
Yeah. Yep, I certainly am, yeah.
Good. Yes, I certainly am.
Good.
Yeah, met Ingrid, so that is pretty good. Did you ask her if she bowls loopy left arm as well?
Good question.
Oh, I didn't, no. Although there were a set of golf clubs in the car that were left-handed.
Right.
So, who knows?
Interesting.
Hey.
And in New Zealand, is it a loopy left-hand drive or is it a loopy right-hand? What is it? No,
It is a loopy right-hand
it's right-hand drive, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, my joke doesn't work.
It is, yeah.
All right, Zander, thanks so much, and go well for the rest of your travels.
Cheers. Go well, guys.
Cheers. All right. Good that. I feel very jealous of his life.
Yeah, do you know what I didn't mention to him? I have a couple of friends who went to Sri Lanka a long time ago, probably 10, 15 years ago, and they got lost in Sri Lanka, and they said it was actually like they were a bit, for one of those moments where you're a bit scared for a second, like in the middle of the night, got off a train, something. Got picked up by a very kind person who took them into town, looked after them, said get into hotel. That person, it turned out, was the physio of the Sri Lankan cricket team.
Oh.
So they have an affinity now. Alice actually listens to Tailenders when it's not too crickety and curly. They like, we love the Sri Lankan.
You're going to love today's episode then.
There you go, no cricket in it. So they always talk about how lovely that was. So they think kindly now of cricket because of the Sri Lankan physio that picked them up.
Oh.
And I wonder whether there is a theme there of cricket-centric people picking up stranded people in psychiatric hospitals or lost in Sri Lanka.
Well, as we said, the Tailenders world, and therefore the cricket world, by extension,
it feeds into our hopes for it, doesn't it?
It's a kind place.
Yeah.
Because the idea is you want to help each other get into the game. Therefore, you want to help each other get into life.
Yeah.
There you go.
Why is it called a smart speaker? Because it's smart. You ask it to do something, and it'll be done. Just say, smart speaker, ask BBC Sounds to play your favourite music mix. Oh, that's nice. Or you can say, ask BBC Sounds to play that brand new podcast. Ooh. And you can even ask BBC Sounds to pause, rewind and restart live radio on your smart speaker. If only everything in life is that simple. For music, radio and podcasts, on most smart speakers, just say, smart speaker, ask BBC Sounds.
Introducing AmberVision, the most amazing breakthrough in vision technology since glasses were invented. These super glasses actually improve vision indoors, outdoors, day or night. We guarantee it. Look, AmberVision blocks the blurring blue rays, the same rays that cause haze and fog.
Everything is so much crisper and clearer.
I can't believe my own eyes. They're amazing.
AmberVision blocks 100% of the dangerous ultraviolet light with UV 400, the best protection for your eyes. You'll wear these high-fashion glasses all year round, and one size fits all.
Oh, I can't believe the difference.
Catalogs offer similar glasses for $59.95, but now you can order AmberVision for just $10 on this special offer. Seeing is believing, so order AmberVision today.
Clip-on model is also available. Credit card users call 1-800-535-9000. That's 1-800-535-9000. Or send just $10 plus $2.50 shipping to AmberVision Box 1199, Scarsdale, New York, 10583.
Let's have some egg stories.
Yeah.
A few few weeks ago, we heard an egg story from Felix White.
Yeah.
Felix, would you like to remind me, because I can't remember, and everyone else, why it came, I can remember the story, but why did it come about? What were we talking about?
I don't remember why it came about. There was, I think a listener maybe had a story to do with an egg, and I was saying it's a good story, but I've got maybe a slightly better egg story.
Oh, you one-upped his egg story, and it was good.
Yeah, in which I explained when I was in my early 20s, maybe 21, at the Great Escape Festival in Brighton, which is a big deal for the indie community, indie news, where everyone's hanging out and bars outside. With one of my mates, who I'm still friends with to this day, he felt something hit his side. He reached into his jacket pocket, and there was a safe, warm, I can't remember if it was warm, but it was an egg. And it had been thrown horizontally from a car towards a crowd of people, obviously just for fun, and it had just for some reason safely snuck there. It became his lucky egg. He used it everywhere he goes. I think he still got the egg. Anyway, I met Zoe Ball.
Still got the egg?
Might do, yeah. Oh no, do you know what? I hope I don't betray his confidence when I say this, but I think when he was seeing a girl, he gave her the egg out of it was like a gesture of romantic
can I just
gesture.
check, because that egg will be rotten. Has he blown the egg? Has he blown it so all the yolk's out?
Do you want me to ask him?
Yeah. Do you remember at primary school, matching like an sniggering, do you remember at primary school you used to blow eggs?
Not really, no.
Well, at Easter.
What?
Well, hang on, let me finish.
I'd just say this is the best episode we've ever done.
At Easter, at primary school, they made you to decorate an egg, right? Like it's an Easter egg.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
You decorate an actual egg.
Yeah, and you hollow it out.
You have to hollow it out. You put a pin in the top.
Right. And drain it.
And you blow the egg out.
Right.
I did this last week.
Right. Thank you.
Did you match him with make an egg?
Well, Jesse needed to do it for his an egg Easter thing.
Thank you.
I didn't. We hard boiled it, but you can blow them out as well if you want.
You can blow them out. You can hard boil them. Anyway, I wanna find out whether your friend blew it out or hard boiled it.
Before we do that, I forgot that every time we do an egg story, Matchin at home, Matchin has to try and break an egg with one hand. Matchin, got any eggs in the fridge?
Always.
Do us a favour, mate, and try and break that with one hand.
Because apparently you can't do it, can you?
I think what you can't do is maybe squeeze them between your bicep and your forearm.
Try that.
Try that.
Jimmy's chuckling. Jimmy's sitting watching at a test ground.
Okay, this thing. Ready?
Let's listen. Yeah.
Hold on, let's put you on speaker now. No, you can't.
Is that a
the
spell?
egg is in one piece.
Oh, you can't do it?
You can't do it.
Okay, we'll do it with one hand then.
I reckon I could.
I can definitely do it with one hand. Oh, these are quite hard, actually. Oh.
Maybe it was a bicep. Maybe it's in your arm I was talking about, yeah.
That's my challenge to Tailenders.
Why is it so funny to an egg? Again.
Right.
Thank you for it. Anyway. So thank you for that matching. Let's. So I haven't finished my story, have I?
Sorry.
I messed after finding out about that. I met Zoe Ball and Norman Cook, aka Fatboy Slim.
Yeah.
And Zoe Ball, this is what my memory says. I don't know if this is actually correct, but my fantasy has delivered this to my head. Zoe Ball told me a story about how she was with a group of friends and someone else in the car, not her, threw an egg. And I was like, I still have the egg. The egg safely landed in my friend's pocket.
Well, I wonder whether Zoe blew it out before throwing it.
Good question.
Now, I've actually, I messaged her this morning hoping that she might come on Tailenders to talk about the story.
Right.
I haven't heard anything back.
I'm so relieved to hear that.
It's quite a weird message.
I'm so relieved to hear that.
I said, did you throw an egg at Felix White?
Yeah.
Can we? Anyway. Felix Egg White.
Oh, very good.
So, well, that's that.
Oh, that's it? That's egg stories?
No, we haven't got to egg stories. We're doing the setup for egg stories.
Okay.
You okay, Jim?
Yeah, good.
You just put your hand in front of your face there. Is everything okay?
Felix egg white just made me chuckle.
Oh right, I thought you were despairing, but actually it was laughter.
Well,
laughter.
that as well, yeah.
Okay, sure. That's a good state to listen to and do Tailenders in. Email from Matty on the subject of eggs. Hi all, I haven't got an egg story, but the greatest... I haven't got an egg story, but the new greatest feature in audio simply must be called anecdotes. Go well, cheers, Matty.
Oh, hasn't
End
got
of
a
message.
story.
Archie's got an egg challenge for us. Dear Dr. Anderson, G-Force.
Is it an egg story or not?
Dear Dr. Anderson, G-Force, Felix, Machin and Sharknado the movie.
Cheers,
Thank you for having me on emailing Tailenders. This is perhaps less an egg story.
Well, have we got any egg stories? So what, you got people emailing you without egg stories?
This is perhaps less an egg story, more of an egg opportunity.
Oh,
It's an opportunity.
Okay.
An opportunity for global egg dominance.
Oh, okay.
Every year, my village has a summer fete held at the Deverell's Cricket Club's famous cricket pitch. One of the main events of the day is a stall run by my father, the egg throw and catch. There may be a slight clue as to what this involves in the name. However, the aim is to achieve the furthest throw of an egg.
And safely catch it.
That is caught by your partner without the egg breaking.
Got it. Yep.
Maybe I suggest you turn up with your friend in his pocket.
Yeah, turn his back to it. And
My brother and I hold the village record. And it doesn't look like it will be beaten. I imagine that's the pun intended.
Jimmy's I just saw it get Jim and try and pretend like he didn't think it was funny.
No, that was the way Craig went, beaten.
Won't be beaten anytime soon. But village records are child's play. It occurred to me that the Trailfinders crew might be keen to get a world record under their belts. The current world record for the egg throw and catch is 85.96 metres. Now, Archie's put measly. I don't think that's measly at all. 85 metres is long. I'm thinking with Jimmy's bullet arm and Machin's famous bucket hands.
Oh.
Or maybe just one of his nostrils.
Oh, what, catch it in his nose? I don't understand the physics of that.
He's having a go.
What, it wants you upside down cushioning the egg with your nose?
Like landing it in an egg cup.
Yeah, like it's a sort of... like your nostrils are effectively like a sort of trampoline with lands.
Well, no, I think yes, he'd be on his back, sucking in, breathing in. So
sucking it towards him.
Vacuums them to his face.
Reversing the heavy breathing.
Yeah.
And then...
Anyway.
Okay.
Also, I was nearly sick then when I said nostrils. Also, the record was set by a couple of Kiwis, so it'd be good to beat them by the beerest of margins. Let me know what you think. My dad and I would be happy to officiate, and my brother and I can offer free coaching. And remember, what we do in life echoes in eternity. Go well, Archie Watts. Thanks, Archie.
Cheers.
I think I would find that genuinely quite hard to do more than 85.
So someone has caught that clean at 85 metres without it.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, I'm interested.
I'd like to do that.
Try that, yeah.
I would like to do that. Jimmy, would you like to do that? We need your...
I would like to do that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Machin, would you like to vacuum an egg towards your face?
I'm ready. Put me in, coach.
Right. Andy sent us an email, some more egg news.
Maybe try it now, just see if it's possible.
Can you try and... Yeah, that's good. You know, like with Maltesers, you can blow them up.
Oh, yeah.
We need you to try and blow up an egg from your nose.
What's that?
Can you keep it? If you can keep it hovering above your nostrils for a few seconds, then I think we're in with a shout. Because if you can do that way, you can reverse it.
It's quite cold.
Yeah,
I can, guys.
Okay.
Feel me.
Andy has got some more egg news for us.
Is it a story or...
Is it egg news or egg stories? Egg news.
Sharky's got his hands in the air.
What, like he just doesn't care?
Yeah. He's waving them around like he just don't care. Sharky's got it's like 8 Mile in there, Sharky.
Right, time now for another anecdote. Andy has sent us an email. Hi all. When at university, me and 5 flatmates would buy boxes of 30 eggs in our weekly shop. One week, we did the shop on a Wednesday before a big night out.
Yep.
Or as we call them, BNOs. I came back from the BNO and declared that I believed I could eat 30 eggs.
Oh.
I scrambled them with butter, no milk, and I ate them all.
Oh.
That is my anecdote. I was ecstatic. Go well, Andy.
There's no information about how Andy felt after it, or if that's had any detrimental knock-on effects to his health.
He's emailing.
So he must be all right.
He's emailing. That makes sense to me.
Okay, we've done this actually with cheese on toast. Be interested. How do you scramble your eggs?
Oh, I love scrambled eggs.
Me too.
My scrambled eggs, if it's for one, it's 3 egg.
Yeah.
3 egg in a little, just in a bowl.
Yeah.
Scramble it up with a fork.
Mm-hmm.
Knob of butter. Yeah. Let that almost entirely melt.
Mm-hmm.
Low heat.
Yeah.
But steady heat.
Mm-hmm.
Pour in the egg.
Yeah.
Dash of milk sometimes.
Oh, sorry. You pour in the egg
and then just turn it.
Oh, into
slowly.
the butter.
Yeah. Into the heated pan.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, and just let it just develop.
Yeah.
But a good quality egg is imperative.
It's important. And would you be constantly whisking? Whisk,
not constantly.
Because that's what I was told. You need to constantly be.
Yeah, I constantly whisk.
No, I'm delicate with it. I just do a few folds.
Oh.
No, I don't. It sounds gross.
Oh,
whoa.
Here comes Mr. Microwave.
Do you know what? I have in the past microwave scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Of course he has.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise any of us.
So what? You whisk them up though, and then whack them in a microwave. Yeah, whisk them up and.
And 30 seconds, another whisk. 30 seconds, another whisk.
Yeah, by like Australia.
Yeah. Anyway.
But I'm a whisker, frying pan whisker.
What? And you're constantly whisking?
Every 10 to 15 seconds on a high heat. Yes, I do.
Yeah, 10, 15 seconds is not constantly whisking.
I'd be constantly whisking. I was under the impression that it's sort of sacrilege to turn your back on the eggs.
Yeah,
I don't
constantly whisking.
I didn't say I turn my back on the eggs.
Well,
also, you shouldn't be using milk.
Monitoring.
Why not?
Shouldn't use milk. In my cruise ship days, I learned that they only put milk in scrambled eggs to make the egg go further. The quality of scrambled egg is diminished by the milk.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you don't know what milk. You don't know what milk I'm putting in.
Incorrect.
I'm putting in full fat, basically cream.
You know when you go to a hotel and you have the buffet stuff and they have that like horrible scrambled egg there?
Yeah.
That's because they've just chucked in loads of milk
Yeah,
to make the eggs go further.
Like rubber.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not because they've put milk in it. It's because it's cooked terribly. They're cooking enough to feed the 5,000.
Yeah.
Probably in the microwave.
I knew this was going to be the best episode we've ever done.
Anyway, that was from Andy. Scrambled egg recipes coming in, please keep them coming. But also,
any stories there? No.
As I said, wait. As I said, the quality of the egg is important.
Yeah.
Free range, organic, Burford Brown.
Oh yeah.
What I had the other day, it changed my life. An egg called a cackle bean. You had one of them?
Don't know.
Jesus Christ. That's one of the best scrambled eggs I've
ever made. What about quail's egg? That's very expensive, isn't it?
They're quite small, aren't they, quail's eggs?
Are they? Oh, yeah, they're tiny, yeah.
Hi, chaps. About 2 years ago, I placed a whole egg into our composter. Composter. Like an imposter.
Composer.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Into our composter. This was promptly forgotten about until a few weeks back when we finally emptied said composter. On the outside, the egg looked the same. Temptation got the better of me and I decided to crack it to see what the inside looked like. The smell that came out of that egg, me, it was the worst thing I'd ever smelt.
Right, sorry, what's happened? What's the process here again?
They emptied the composter.
Yeah.
Outside the egg looked the same. He decided to crack it to see, I wonder what's inside.
And it smelled so bad. Yeah.
In case you're wondering, the inside was green and disgusting.
Oh.
I had to dig a hole in the garden to place the open egg in so it could decompose properly. My wife just called me an idiot, which is fair enough. Go well.
Interesting experiment.
Good egg story from Rich.
My dad once made me, because I liked when I was young, Dr. Seuss green eggs and ham. Sam, I am green eggs and ham, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Put green food dye in the eggs to make green eggs and ham.
Lovely idea.
Yeah, it was. Remember that? Really exciting.
I never thought I'd say this, but should we chat about some cricket?
Why don't we do a quiz? Why don't we do Don't Fret?
I'd love to do Don't
Okay.
Fret.
Come on then, talk us through Don't Fret then.
Could you remember Don't Fret as a concept? What
This
do
is
you guys
one.
think?
This is one of my favourite games that you've ever invented, and actually, I'd use the word invented actually literally because I don't think this is actually.
You're right.
You haven't pinched this off anyone, and that's something about that's very beautiful to me because this is how people learn. You borrow, you steal, do you know what I mean? You take influence from places, and then eventually you realise, oh, I can do this of my own volition, of my own accord, which you clearly can.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because usually you guys don't like the quizzes, and then the Tailenders community kind of embrace it. This time, you seem to have liked it. Fairly indifferent from the Tailenders community.
Oh, really?
I would say it probably if this quiz would probably make the album, but wouldn't be released as a single.
Right. Okay.
You know.
I disagree, but fine.
Well, it's called Don't Fret. We'll give it one more go.
Okay.
Why one more go? It got such a great reaction last time.
I think. Well, the game goes. I have a mystery category in my head.
Yep.
I will reveal a player from this mystery category as Felix climbs up the fretboard.
Nice. Okay.
And when you think you know the category, you cry,
Don't fret.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah. All right.
On the inaugural Don't Fret, I did appeal for mystery categories from Tailenders. I wasn't inundated. We had 2.
Okay. We had more egg stories.
We did have more egg stories. Many more egg stories.
Maybe they came into the emails, Sharky, but my
In
inbox.
the old junk there. Oh, Sharky from Tape was shaking his head. Nothing in the old inbox there.
Okay. Let's go. So this is from David, I think his name's David Spence, or maybe Spencer, from Spence2392, who suggested this mystery category. Are you ready?
So you want me to climb up the fretboard as you go, yeah?
Climb up the fretboard, and when you think you know what the mystery category is,
okay.
Don't fret. Clive Lloyd. Wazi Akram.
Don't fret,
Stuart
I
Law.
know what you're thinking.
Don't tell me because it hurts.
Go for
Don't
it.
tell me because it hurts. That's Lancashire overseas players.
Correct.
Oh,
Yes.
Great.
Love that.
Matai Marutan. Farrokh Engineer.
Farouk
Engineer.
Matthias Muraliferin would have been.
Martin Guptill.
Oh, what a legacy at that club.
Sourav Ganguly.
Money.
Michael Holden. Mike Peter Siddon, Neil Wagner. Colin de Granholm.
Lovely.
Talking of who? Gone. Right, okay, ready?
Next one.
Next one, okay. I came up with this one. Brian Lara. Sourav Ganguly. Garfield Sobers. Adam Gilchrist. Kumar Sangakkara.
Don't speak, I know what you're thinking. Don't tell me because it hurts.
I think I might go near this one.
Go on.
Go for it, Jimmy.
I mean, I think it's too simple, but they're all left-handers.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Left-handed batsman.
Oh, for sake! I thought I was thinking of some deeper meaning. I was like, well, they're all lefties, but that would be. Oh.
This one.
Actually, it's quite useful if you tell us the ones that you've come up with. Because
okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd forgotten you told us that. So that was you actually gave us a clue.
Okay, this one's from Scott Manto.
Right, this
sent
hard
in.
then.
Scott Minto.
Scott Manto. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's play. Chris Gale. Brendan McCullum. Mahala Jawardin.
No.
Heather Knight.
Oh no.
Dishan. Martin Guptill.
Don't fret. I know
Jill
what you're
Butler.
thinking. Don't tell me because it hurts. It's something about. I think these people are the quickest people to score international half centuries.
You've kind of on the right track, but not right, really.
Okay.
You're on. It's run based.
Should we start the clock again?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it?
Don't-
Is it? Don't fret. I know what you're thinking.
Don't tell me because it
Don't
hurts.
tell me because it hurts. Is it people that have scored? Is it people that have scored 6 sixes in an over?
Oh, that's a good guess. Don't think it's.
No.
It's close.
No.
Don't fret, I know what you're thinking.
Don't tell me because it hurts.
Don't tell me because it hurts. Is it? Have they all scored hundreds in each format of the game?
Great.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Love that.
I really like Don't Fret. I find it really good because it's really hard.
I love Don't Fret.
Thanks, guys.
It's interesting that no Tailenders have got in touch saying that they particularly loved it because...
Oh, there was 2.
Well,
I'm sure if we ask again, if we plead, beg again, it's a difficult game. It's a difficult one to come up with. Go Wells and let's get out of here. Okay, birthdays. Seb is 11 and went to day 1 of Essex Middlesex. Oh, I was there. Essex Middlesex.
Go well.
Cheers.
Carol and Harry, who is playing cricket on Copacabana Beach, and Michael as well.
Go well.
Cheers.
Carolyn has completed her training to be a voluntary roller at Lymm Outrington Park Cricket Club.
Nice. Oh, what, the heavy roller?
Yeah.
Roller solar.
That's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Go well.
Cheers.
Gillian went to her first ever county game, day 2 of Surrey Lancs.
And we don't need anything more?
Just that's it.
Right.
It's not
Go well.
a ringing endorsement, but, you know.
I went.
Yeah. How was the cricket? Yeah, I went to it.
Yeah, I went.
New Tailenders, Leo Alexander and Jessie Rose.
Go well.
Cheers.
Cricket clubs.
Human being cricket clubs.
Exeter University Ladies Cricket Club. Homebridge Cricket Club. Special mention to Archie, who's become a granddad. And Thaxted Cricket Club.
Go well.
Lovely.
Cheers.
Lovely Thaxted. Many of the roofs are thatched in Thaxted. Weddings, Matt and Nikki, Bryony and Thomas, and Ewan and Sylvia. Also Ed and Aoife.
Bilateral.
Cheers.
Well, speaking of bilateral, these are bilateral engagements next.
Human being engagements.
Gary and Sasha. Charles asked his girlfriend to marry him over Easter. She said yes, but Charles forgot to put her name on the email. So congratulations to Charles and his anonymous girlfriend.
He emailed her.
No, he emailed us.
He emailed her.
And a move well to Jack and Eva. They're moving in together. And we have some garden equipment shout-outs.
I won't say a single word about this.
And Dav has got a new plot of land as his backyard.
Oh, wow.
And it's the perfect size and shape to call it the Madsen Square Garden.
Nice.
Oh,
Madsen Square. That's brilliant.
I love that.
great.
The Madsen Square Garden.
That's really good.
That's neat, isn't it? And
Yeah.
as I imagine the garden is too. That is the end of
Grow
today's...
well.
Grow well, yes. Thanks for listening. Thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah.
We'll be back next time on more Trail Finders. You can email any nonsense to us, tailenders@bbc.co.uk. We want egg stories. We want don't frets. We want garden furniture shout-outs. We want go wells. We want all of the above, please. tailenders@bbc.co.uk. And we'll be back next time. Go well!
Cheers!
Cheers.
From the team behind the hit series Sliced Bread comes Toast, a look at the wonder products which left their backers burnt. I'm Sean Farrington, BBC business journalist. We'll hear about the hype and then we'll unpick what went wrong.
They didn't spend enough time researching what the consumers would want.
Was their big idea always destined to be toast? And learning about new developments inspired by those spectacular failures. Toast. Listen only on BBC Sounds.